Pollination. Pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Now, this pollination is of two types: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination can be further classified into two categories. Number one is called autogamy. In autogamy, transfer of pollen grains takes place from the anther to the stigma of same flower. And in geitonogamy, the transfer of pollen grains takes place from the anther to the stigma of different flower that is born on the same plant. Self-pollination can even take place in flowers, those which remain close and their reproductive parts remain hidden. Even after maturation, they do not open, they remain closed. Such type of flowers are called clistogamous flowers. Examples are pea and pansy. Now, when can this self-pollination occurs? There are two conditions which favor this self-pollination. Number one is bisexuality. Some of the flowers are bisexual. It means they contain both male and female organs in them. So in such type of flowers, self-pollination is the easy way to do pollination. It is also possible in such flowers, unisexual flowers, which are present on the same plant. Second condition is homogamy. Homogamy means when homo means same. When male and female parts, it means anther and stigma of a flower, they mature at the same time, then this condition also favors the self-pollination. Now, advantages of self-pollination. Self-pollination is a sure process. Sure process because no agent is required for this type of pollination. So, surety is more in this case, and there is no wastage of time also. Second is parental characters are preserved because the offsprings born are identical to the parent. So there is no change in the offspring. It is exactly similar to the parent. There is no wastage of pollen grains also. There is no need for a flower to be showy or large or to produce scent or nectar. So in this way, it is an economic process for a plant. Now there are some disadvantages also. Disadvantage is if the plant do pollination by this method again and again, then the offsprings born will be poor in quality and they will be having less vigor in them. Second is if there is any defect in the parent plant, then it will be transferred to the offspring also because the offsprings are exactly similar to the parent. Third is that no new varieties can be produced by this method because there is no mixing of characters. Now come to cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of another flower born on another plant. But this plant should be of the same species. Okay. So if the pollen of some another species fall on a flower, then it is not able to germinate. Only the pollen grains of the same species are able to germinate. So nature has designed the flowers in such a way that only the pollen grain of the same species are able to germinate on them. Now we come to advantages of cross-pollination. So the offsprings formed by cross-pollination are healthier. The seeds produced are abundant, they are viable, and new varieties may be produced by this method. There are some disadvantages also. First disadvantage is that this method is not a very sure method because it depends on the pollinating agents, and suppose the pollinating agent is not available, in that case it is not possible. Second is that there is lot of wastage of pollen grains. And third is, this process is not economical process for plant, because plant need to be showy, it needs to be large, it needs to produce nectar and scent for this process. That's why it is not an economic process for a plant. Now, nature favors this cross pollination. There are several conditions which proves that the nature favors cross pollination. Let's discuss these.